Dr. Oz Show October 23, 2014, good even after expiration date. The Dr. Oz Show featured a new study which confirms with finality that properly stored food are still safe to eat and do not cause foodborne illnesses even past the expiration dates indicated in labels. According to ABC journalist Jeff Rosen, who covered the joint NRDC-Harvard study, the dates stamped in labels are largely manufacturers' codes which consumers can easily decode. Also in the recap are Dr. Andrew Weil's natural remedies to common medical conditions, inclusive of indigestion, oily skin, insomnia, and gout. Decoding dates on labels. Expiration dates are currently forcing Americans to throw away about 160 billion pounds of food, or an equivalent of $1,560 a year per household. According to the above-mentioned study, these dates confuse and mislead consumers, especially since there is no instance where illnesses arise from consuming past the date. Based on his research on the topic, Jeff affirmed that what actually decreases is the flavor and nutrient content. As such, consumers must be well aware of the following terms that normally appear in labels. Pack date has nothing to do with expiration, just the period when contents were packed. Sell by is a manufacturer's message to stores when the product ought to be sold, and use by indicates the period where food flavor is at its peak. The practical numbers to keep in mind, post-expiration dates, are the following: 2 to 3 days for milk and 3 to 5 weeks for eggs, best if both items are stored at the back of your refrigerator, 9 to 12 months for frozen poultry and meat, 2 to 5 years for undented canned goods, and 1 to 2 years for pasta. Dr. Oz added that beyond dates, consumers should be engaged in smelling or tasting food items to ensure that they're still good past the dates. Stamped in labels. Natural alternatives to prescription drugs. About 70% of Americans are on prescription drugs for common medical conditions, but Dr. Vey stressed out that these medicines are unnecessary and when used for longer periods of time, can prolong or worsen current conditions. He added that the natural alternatives are safer and more effective. For those who suffer from indigestion, ginger tea and fennel seeds, can be chewed or steeped as tea, are recommended. Insomnia is best addressed by chanting a mantra, or repetition of a phrase, which calms the mind. Oily skin and breakout conditions are eliminated by bathing one's face in steeped calendula tea and eating dark chocolate. Finally, for people who suffer from gout, Dr. Vey advises a complete dietary change by avoiding meat organs. Sardines and anchovies. Consuming 20 pieces of tart cherries, used in pies, on a daily basis helps flush out uric acid.